Hello, this is the first chemistry video on this channel, and today we're going to be making Benedict solution. It's a solution used to detect not carbohydrates, monosaccharides in specific foods. No, not specific foods, just any food that has monosaccharides. If it has monosaccharides, you can detect it with this. So first, we'll need to measure out. There it goes. This weight has seen some abuse. First we'll have to measure out, I'll have to see the ratio. But let's zero it first, and then I'm gonna check the ratio. Okay, so let's begin. First we're gonna have to measure out citric acid. In my case, my citric acid is only 98% due to anti-caking powder or something that they add in just so that it doesn't stick together in 4 clumps, which could be useful, but in this case it's not. And so because of that, I'm going to have to add some to the measurements, as the anti-caking agent is insoluble in water, so I should be able to just put it through a coffee filter and get it out. But before we can do that, we're going to have to measure it out and be conscious of the amount, because this has to be exact. Let's try this again. New measurement, 9.44 grams. There we go. Okay. Now I have a gas mask, so I have to yell or something. I'm not gonna talk anymore. Okay, there we go. Exactly 9.44 grams. Let's put that off to the side. And now we have to measure sodium bicarbonate. Okay, next ingredient. Sodium bicarbonate, also known as baking soda. You should be able to find this at any store, supermarket. And for this we will need 12.13 grams of it. Perfection. Well, I couldn't make the test tube thing in good enough. You see these holes? They're too big, so I'm gonna have to fix that up. Maybe it'll be in another video. I don't know. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna have to pour the water directly into its container. Okay, so we need 15.63 grams of water. Good enough. So we have the water. Step 2, citric acid. I believe, yes. Unlike other reactions, this specific reaction is endothermic. It just takes heat away from things. So this glass is actually very cold right now after a lot of mixing. And it's also creating a lot of fizzing, even now. Very interesting reaction. An ice bath has been set up, and soon everything will be ready. The crystallizing has begun. Okay, the solution is finally ready. You can see a little clump of the salt down there. So now that we have everything set up and ready for assembly, it is time to pour it off and retrieve our sodium citrate. So here we have it. Nice little setup. I have a incandescent bulb in here. So it's producing a lot of heat, and this aluminum foil is surrounding a glass jar with the contents that I have made, the sodium citrate inside it, and so this should drive all the moisture out of the crystals. If this works, I'll have it done pretty soon. If not, I'll just have to leave it out somewhere, probably with light, so that it can dry out more quickly. This might not look very impressive, but I heated this to the point where it almost burns me when I touch it, so I can't pick it up. And so I think it's hot enough to drive off the water. Probably all of it. I'll check in later. Now, it doesn't matter if you're stupid or something. This is obviously not oregano. And so we're going to have to name tag it. So here we have a scale, and we also have the nacho, and so cup on the scale, turn on the scale to 0 it, good, reading of 0, and just get pen and paper, let's write it down, write down the number, and finally, we have our nacho. Only problem is, our yield is a pathetic 3.66 grams. That is nothing. And so we're going to have to scale the solution 10 times down in order to make the ratio small enough for use of the nacho, which is a necessary ingredient. I'll do a part 2 where I'll get my beakers and I'll be able to make a larger batch of nacho, and that way I'll be able to... one thing I think went wrong is everything. But no matter, we're here already. And so it's time to measure out the things. Now, what's a solution without a solvent? So our first ingredient is going to be 10 grams of distilled water. I've achieved perfection! I am epic! Look at that, exactly 10 grams. Now that is what I call perfection. First try. No slip-ups, only one pour. Yes! Now you might notice a problem. That is nothing. So, my solution is these tiny test tubes. Look at them, they're so small. And that should be enough to hold the solvent. I also have little plugs for them, so it should be enough. I'll make a little block or something to put it into in order to hold it well. Okay, now I'm going to need 1.73 grams of both sodium carbonate and sodium citrate. Now, 173. I'll just put something up on the screen so you get the joke. But let's begin. Let's start mixing this. No more commentary from now on, just doing stuff. here we've got some nuts, hickory nuts specifically. I have a hickory tree outside and it keeps dropping these nuts everywhere, so why not use them, right? They're edible, but I want to find out how much sugar they actually have, so I'm going to put them in water and then boil them to bring their contents into the water itself in order to examine it using our Benedict solution. So first, a little bit of water, and now I'm gonna get some water to boil them. Okay, this truly vile nut juice is ready. Look at its yellow color. That is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. Oh my lord. I'm gonna filter it out, get the nuts out, and then have the yellow vile liquid. And then we'll test it for sugar. Okay, so now we have our nut juice, and all we have to do is filter it out and get only the vile juice and none of the nut. If we're gonna do this right, we need labels. Let me get the labels. Okay, first up, Benedict solution. Next, hickory nut juice. Next, cane sugar. Next, stevia. And last but not least, tap water. Now we're ready for testing. I'm gonna wash a little pipette so that it's good, and we're gonna start testing everything. Obviously outside, because, wait, no, it's not obvious. I'm just gonna use water or something. In the end, the synthesis of the hickory nut juice was very successful, as was the testing of whether or not there was sugar in the hickory nut juice. The hickory nut juice turned out positive in the color green, therefore it has sugar, but less than both the sugar water and the stevia. Thank you for watching this video, and if you'd like to see more chemistry-based videos in this channel, leave that in the comments down below. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.